So how do we bring the things that we imagine into real life? Well, I was out for a lovely walk with my friend Sarah in Regents Park in London recently, and she was telling me how she'd won some money on 2 separate occasions, but in a very short period of time. And these are our thoughts on how that actually happened. Welcome aboard. Now Sarah and I can't even say the right bloody word. We're standing here on the Regent Canal, and we've been having a really cracking conversation about vision, haven't we? And how do we envisage things that we want to do in life, and how do we bring them into reality? And I was reading something recently about there are 3 elements to making that happen. First thing is you've got to have the desire, you've got to have the belief that you're capable of doing it, and then just completely expect that it will happen. So looking at the Regent Canal here, this is all part of somebody's great vision. Years and years ago, they wanted to transfer goods across the country to benefit humanity, and that was the desire. They believed they were capable of doing it without all of that technology, and they expected it to happen, and that's why this incredible system was put together. And I just think that's a great metaphor for life. So how do we've just discussed that, how do we make that vision come to life in the first place?
Well, I was just telling you, wasn't I, how basically I'd won on the premium bonds, which never happened to me before. And anyway, and then 4 days later, I'm in the shopping centre, and there's a wheel where you can play a game to win, and there's only one tab that really is worth anything. And I stood in the queue and I just watched everybody lose, and I just thought, no, I think I'm going to win. And I did win.
Absolutely,
and
completely expected it to happen. Believed it,
expected it to happen, which is actually quite unusual for me.
Yeah.
But I think once you feel that, and then you know then how to visualise the next thing that maybe you want.
Yeah. So effectively you imagined that success, and you did everything
I imagined
to
it was going to
it.
stop on that one particular.
Yeah.
And it did. And even though I'm a little surprised, but it's I think that's the way forward.
It was a really strong message that actually, desire, belief, expectancy, but it all starts with imagination. We've got to imagine that thing in the first place, and that's, I think, we were talking about that as well, weren't we, that imagination gets kicked out of us a little bit as we go through life at school, the anxiety of teenage years and all the rest of it. And the really important thing about that is to go back to our imagination, because that's the source of all. Einstein said that imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. So maybe that's the point of what we're trying to discuss here.
Yeah, exactly. Not curb that imagination that was beaten out of us as children. Just to continue and,
just live a life full of imagination. There we go. Let us know what you think in that box below. In the meantime, keep it in the greens.